Hi everyone, this is Just Trying to Play It, and we are here with Little Big Workshop. Now, we are here with the new Evil DLC for Little Big Workshop. I've played a little bit of this because I wanted to see if the mechanics and everything were the same, and for the most part, they are. So, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into a little bit of this just to show you the slight difference that this possess. And I do say possess because that is basically the mode or the motif in this one. We are obviously evil because it is the evil DLC, and it's just certain things that we do in order to show how evil we are and to prove our worth to our boss. So we're going to jump into it. We're going to do a new game because that's basically what you have to do. And I am going to do a generic factory name just to get it started. As you can see, it is strongly recommended that you have also played the previous version, the original version of the game, so that you can understand the gameplay mechanics. It's really not recommended, but it's kind of self-explanatory. But if you have played the other version, the original version, which I have, then it does help a little bit. So we're going to get into this and we're going to show you some of the things. We're not going to get into everything. Now, there will be a series on this, but for now, we're just going to let this go ahead and start so you can see what we're working with. There's our phone ringing. Now, as you can see, this did come out right before Halloween, so it does fit the timeline here. So, greetings, apprentice. Welcome to the dawn of your new career. I have been studying your previous achievements and I have high hopes for your future within my evil little empire. Now, let's not waste time. Get to work, set up a factory, and start making some money. Now, we start off with a weird amount, $34,983. And as you can see, we're supposed to use some of our extra cash to expand the tiny factory to our liking. So let's see, first of all, what we have here. We're going to pause. We are looking at obviously a different type of table. We have some old, or I guess I don't know how old, but this phone is a little interesting. Um, don't know where he got it from. Probably the 80s. I don't know, maybe the 90s. But as you can see, we have some different things up here. It's kind of cute, the different things that they have up here. This reminds me of an old video game. Some of you may recognize it. Um, we've got some hard disk, floppy disk here, which, yeah, that takes you back there. And then we've got just some interesting things. Someone's been really, really going nuts with the energy juice here. Then we've got another old game, which a lot of you may remember, and some of you may even still have it. I won't go there if you do, because to each their own, right? So we're looking at batteries. Basically, we see the kind of motif they're trying to go with. Now, we have to now create our own factory. Now, the thing that's different here, obviously, is in the original version, we already had, I believe, 3 rooms set up. We had a little area where we can put storage. We had another room, and I think I had a different room, like one was here and then one was here. So we're going to do somewhat the same type of setup because we really need to have, obviously, multiple rooms so that we can start doing what we need to do. So we're going to put that there. We're going to try not to spend too much money because we don't, number one, we don't have that much. But also we need to make sure that we have money for different materials and such. So we're going to go ahead and let this run. We're going to fast forward everything so that we can go ahead and get our room set up. Now my storage is going to be here. I am going to start this off just because it's right here in the beginning of the game, and well, beginning of the door, so that they don't have to go too far. Now one of these has to be our break room, and the other one needs to be a factory. We don't want to make them too big because there is a penalty for having big rooms. I think if it's a big room, it's about -25, and I think you can go bigger than that. It's -50. I don't know the exact dimensions of which one is which, but I don't think either of these, yeah, these are pretty small. So I think what I want to do also is do an additional room here, right here, so that we can possibly create, maybe make this the break room. This is going to be storage, and then this is going to be, you know, maybe one type of production, and then it's a different type of production. Don't really know, but I am just trying to think as far ahead as possible. Now, in playing the other one, in playing the game briefly, I did get an idea of what they want us to do. The difference is, as you're going to see, it's going to be a little, how can I put it? Interesting. Let's just say it will be interesting. Okay, so let's look here and see what else we have going on. Now, we have the usual stuff. We have the little smiley faces, which tell us that these are recommended for us to do right now. What we didn't see before, these little icons here. Now, if you see these icons here, that means that, as it says, a part of the available demand is filled by whomever that icon, whatever company that icon belongs to. In this case, it's Crazy Steve. If you remember, in the original version, Crazy Steve was the very first client that we had, and we did a lot of work for him, and we continue to do a lot of work for him. Now he's our competition, so we want to keep that in mind. In order to get money to do anything, obviously, we have to create products. So I think, especially in playing a little bit of the other one, we need to figure out something that's really quick and that requires the least amount of, equipment. So right now we have no equipment. So it's a matter of picking what we can do fairly quickly and what pays a decent amount of money. Now, if we do these, the toy food, you will see that basically one may be about 2 hours or so. Let's buy, or pretend to buy, some of these items. Yeah, I think we're gonna put it here. I think we're gonna put them there. Normally I buy 2 normally I buy 3 of every item. I think that's backwards. Let's see. Yeah, both of them look backwards, don't they? No, I guess not, huh? Let's see here. Okay, we go this way. Let's put it here. Let's put them there. We're going to do 2 of those. That's going to give us a -12 mood in this room. We're also going to do, where's my blueprint? We're going to do 2 paint stations. That's going to give us even bigger negative. Obviously, that's going to give us -32. And we're going to spend $77.20 Also, let's get a couple of these. That's one billboard. We don't have to unlock the billboards or any of that. We start off with them. And then I think we're going to need some assembly stations. So let's also at least get one of those in here. I would like to have two, but I don't have the... Wait. If I move this over here, this is going to take some maneuvering. I move that there. And I take this and move it here. I don't really need you. You can be there. I wonder if... I don't think I'll have enough space. Let's see. I stand corrected. That's great. And I think we're going to need another billboard. We're going to put it there. Now, what I don't have space for are decorations. So I better watch out. Because, well, I'm wrong again. Let's see. We're at -7. Let's grab this thing. Okay. We have crammed basically. Yes, we're going to deplete more than half of our stuff. But we're good with that. We're going to do that. So let's take it off of pause, and we're going to go ahead and do this. Now, later on, I'm thinking we're going to expand that just a little bit to cover a little bit of this area here. That way it gives them a little more room to move around. But right now, I think for the most part, we're just going to say, oh well, you know, tough. Okay, so they have, oh great. Yeah, I didn't get the break room ready in time. So what I can do is I can buy a few items and put them in the break room. And then I can hire someone else to possibly come on in and get those things set up. What do I like to do in here? This game console. We're going to do that. So I am going to hire another individual who should come full. There that person is. And they can come and set this stuff up. There we go. Now while they're doing that, we are going to link these items here. Now I'm pretty sure that if you've played this game, you know exactly what I'm doing here. If not, I am just making it easier for us to assign the different tasks that are going to go along with this. Now, these items are going to sell for about $3.78 a piece. As you can see, based on material, we're going to do about $341.85. So let us go ahead and put this to this billboard. That will separate all of these. We're going to go over here to this one, and we're going to use that billboard. That's going to just distribute all of the work to the necessary locations. So we are now going to do as many of these as I can stand. 15 of these will give us 5,000. It'll take us a little bit more than a day. If we do, let's see, 30 of them, it's going to take us 2 days. We can do 102 this cycle. We're not going to do 102. If we did 102, it would be wonderful. I mean, look at that. That would absolutely be lovely. And that would be some really good money, but it'll take us a while to do it. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to go that far. Let's see. We're going to start off with doing, let's do 25 of them. And that'll give us a good chunk of change to start off with. It's exactly 48 hours according to this. That doesn't mean that it will take a full 48 hours. It may take less. It may take more. Our people may drop because they are busy, or, you know, they do stand around some. So we're going to go ahead and execute this. It's going to cost us 900 in material. So let's go ahead and get that started. We're going to fast forward a little bit, move time on. I noticed that part is not any different than when I originally played the game. When I originally played, I was fast forwarding a lot. I was moving time on, extremely fast so that I can get through certain productivity, so that I can get to certain points in the game, just different things like that. So that part has not changed. The color of everything obviously it's a little more grim, which, that's not too much of a problem. We're going to hire a couple more people because it's going to go way too slow. I like to have people who can turn around and still work while others are getting drinks and enjoying themselves so that we can keep productivity going. Now you will notice there's a lock here on the opponents. We have to establish ourselves a bit as far as selling things and making money. So that's what he told us to do first, was to start making some money. So once we sell off maybe a load of these that we're making, maybe we'll end up unlocking that sooner or later. So for the most part, it's cute. The game has always been cute from the beginning, from the moment that I first played it. But it is also, I don't know, I guess you can call it a little tedious at times because you do have to fast forward so much. You have to just keep moving time on so that you can get to certain things. It's not a game where you put it in this mode and you actually watch and see what everyone's doing. So that's one thing also, but that's a given if you've ever played this game. So we're going to make, on the food thing, it only shows the drink and the fries. I think the burger's hiding back there. So you can kind of see the burger and everything. But you still have the research and development. Let's take a look at that while our people are working. So you've got some other decorations to keep your workers going. You've got some motivators. Workers close, keep ability workers close by, get a boost in morale. You've got some specialized material. You've got some more decorations, which I don't think we had that in the other one. I don't think those were options. So that's good. Upgraded workforce. Some crazy overdrive. We did have overdrive in the other ones. We've got some worker portals. That's interesting. Code red. We did have that in the other one. So you can see some of these things that are useful for the evil side of it. Better workstations, showing what characters have weaknesses and what their weaknesses are. Your opponents rather. So that's pretty decent. And then your general improvements are roughly some of the same things. Advanced assembly. You've got some specializations, advanced plastic. You've got advanced carpentry, advanced metalworking. So those things are kind of the same. There's a few things that, this particle manipulator was in there. So you've got some of the same things and then some, different things. So that helps. And it makes sense for that because, after all, we're doing the evil side of things now. So we're going to keep moving time on and let our people kind of finish up what they're doing. And we have the same sort of statistics. We have the same inventory information here. We've looked at the research and development. We've got the evil tech and we've got the regular tech. So I believe we get these evil points. Yeah, we get these evil points from Nemesis, whom we saw in the beginning. Now we're working with him. It kind of feels weird to work with him when we were doing everything we could to work against him. So it's going to be a little different, but I think we can handle it. Obviously, this shows your factory level. This is going to show your current level progress. Now, also another thing in the marketplace. If we were to go, say, here, we notice that Crazy Steve also does these grass agitators. Okay. The thing is we can only do 7 of them if we were to produce this particular model with these attributes. So we're only able to do 7 as opposed to the 69 total units. So that means that Steve has the market covered for 62 of the 69 units, which basically leaves us with pennies, leaves us with scraps. So part of our plan is to try to take over some of the market from Steve as well as the other ones. And you will begin to see that as we're moving along. This one is by a different opponent, Charlie France, or however you want to pronounce it. That's this guy here. And as you notice, it says these people will be unlocked when I'm deemed ready. So that's another thing as well. So you can only do 6 out of the 51 here. That's a max for this market cycle. So that's another thing that was added here. What is this? This is a virtual reality kit. I don't think that was in. Oh, this sucks. You see these prices? Now, if you look at this, these have the same attributes as this, but you see the big price difference. So obviously you would probably do this. Let's even see what's required to do them. Oh yeah, we don't have any sewing. We have the assembly. But if you really think about it, we probably have that. We don't have this. Well, we just need the sewing thing. So you might want to think about, if you're playing, you might want to think about looking around and seeing what it is you can do for what money. Now, as I said, I picked these because it does not take long for us to do them. And they pay pretty decent considering they don't take that long. Now, we've got 5 of these ready. I can deliver those now, but I want to wait a little bit and just let those accumulate a bit. I don't want the truck to just keep coming back and forth. It's not a big deal, but I just don't want that. So we're going to continue and let this go ahead and fast forward while our people get the stuff ready, so that we can show you some of the other things that are in this, especially the sabotage and stuff. I think now that we have 10 of them, let's go ahead and deliver those. So we get 4,000 in experience for that. So that's 400 each. Now, I don't know if that's every basic product or if that's just some of them. I have no idea. But we just received 4,000 experience, which is good. Now we're going to go ahead and deliver them, and it's the same process as the one before. We get our money, and now here he comes. So let's see. All right, I think it's about time you got acquainted with your competition. At this time, you only need to worry about 3 other companies, but there will be more as you grow your evil little empire. I also have a favor to ask of you. I will send you details. Okay, so now we have unlocked this. So let's pause. Now, we go into here, and these are the companies that we compete with. We have to gain his favor, so we need to increase our value to be higher than these people. Okay, so in order to do that, we sabotage them over here. Now, he also has a special challenge for us, so let's take a look at it. These are some improvised gargoyles. We spice them up a little bit, and we'll show you how that spicing up. Oh, this is not that bad. So, it looks like we're going to have to buy this metalworking station as well as the evil stuff. So here's one of the evil stations. This is an evil assembler. Now, the reason why at first I created these 2 sections is because I didn't want the big room. I didn't want this whole thing to be a big room. But I did remember that we were going to have some evil stuff going on. And I didn't want all of that in, say, one room. And then I had to add all of these decorations to that one room. And you kind of lose the effect of the decorations just like in the original game. So, in order for us to accomplish what he wants us to do, we are going to have to buy 2 more items. So these 2 items are going to cost 2,060 and then another 3,000. We don't have enough to buy them both yet. Now I'm hoping that we can finish here. So we see that we're not going to have enough. So anyway, I'm hoping that we can make the last 11 of these and sell those off so that we can have enough money to buy what we need. We can buy one of them, but we can't buy both of them. But I guess it doesn't really make sense for us to buy one and not the other. I don't know how long. We have 10 days to make these. I don't know how long we're going to have to before we lose this particular contract. I'm hoping that it does not disappear until we're actually out of this cycle. So let's hurry up and see if we can't finish all of these first. And luckily we have 2 assembly stations, so we can kind of get those moving as soon as possible, hopefully. It looks like we only have 8 left. We have 7 left. So, I mean, for the most part, the game is about sabotage, and if you're into that, then you'll love it. Well, this DLC is about sabotage. It's about also trying to get, yes, I know. It's also about trying to gain his favor so that you can improve your reputation in the evil side of everything. So you're kind of using 2 different things. You're using the market to gain cash so that you can use that cash and sabotage your opponents to gain an even, bigger market share or to help your wealth or whatever the case is. So let's wait until we receive this money. They're moving our people along. They're moving along. That's the last one loaded. And she's gone. Okay. So now let's hope that we still have. No, we don't. See, these challenges disappear fairly quickly. I'm upset about that because I don't like that. They come and go so fast. So that's one thing that I have a problem with, because you don't know how long those challenges are going to last. At least on the first game, you did have an indicator as to when those challenges will leave, but on this one you don't. So it does not help at all. It does not help at all. I really don't like that part. As you can tell, I don't like it at all. But at the same time, that's just how it goes. So you saw a little bit of that. We can also go in here. What happens is we can also go here, and then we can create products that we end up sending to our opponents that create some sort of sabotage to them, and these will indicate what sabotage it does. So you've got production skill here, you've got marketing skill here, and then you've got personnel skill here. Depending upon what product you send to them to sabotage them, it will reduce some of this stuff, which then in turn reduces the quantity of products they're able to put out, which increases the number of products you are now able to put out. So basically what you're doing is manipulating the market, and you're manipulating it by doing shady stuff. You're using the market to create the cash that you in turn use to create products that help you gain a little bit more of market share, especially in the ones that your opponents are already in. Sounds a little confusing sometimes if you think about it, but the idea is to not think about it and just play the game. That's why I call myself just trying to play it, because that's all I'm trying to do, is just trying to play the game. This game, I will do a series on this. I will continue. For those of you who happen to catch my videos, please leave me a like if you want to see more. even if you don't want to see more, I'm going to do more. The game is a nice game. It's a nice game that if you need some sort of factory kind of game to play, then this is it. There's some micromanagement in here. The Evil DLC just came out, I believe, October 30th or the 29th. I don't remember. But as of this recording, it is already out. It's been out for a day. It's a decent game. You know, I'm not going to lie. I do like it. I do feel like it is a really good game, and I hope that you like it as well. If you want to see more, please leave me a like, leave me a dislike. Tell me why you left either one. Leave some comments. And until the next video, I will see you next time, but we will be doing more of this. Until then, this is just trying to play it, and please stay safe, everyone.